All right, all right, all right. Well, welcome guys to our weekly email marketing and campaign training. As you know, I'm Lois Kofi, super excited because this is one of the things that was a major paradigm shift for me this year, and that Now Site Marketing has really helped me and helped my clients to make more money in less time and following up. So just a couple of reminders, if you can be free from distraction. Normally I'd say take notes, but if you can be on your computer simultaneously, I know that's not always the easiest thing, to make sure that you learn by doing. Tactile learning sticks in the brain as opposed to just sitting there and watching that. And I probably actually know that better than most because that's what I'm doing right now with my kids in homeschool. Like, they're doing stuff, they're writing, they're doing their test, they're doing their review, and you can't just do it by reading a book or watching me talk about it. So I'm going to have David in a second share, but I just want to remind you kind of the process, because we have at least one new person on here who just got started. And a lot of people, when they sign up, the goal is to get them trained by Robert. The goal is to get them to as many of these trainings as they possibly humanly can. And of course, we record it. But when someone's brand new, they got to be putting in roughly 30 minutes a day to really start understanding the system. Once you know a little bit more, you realize the more that you don't know, right? You guys have heard that phrase before. So you got to keep coming back and learning something new every day. And when Robert trains you, he can only cover so much in that first hour. Then the next thing is to set up your landing pages. And a lot of you, I think, Robert, you do mostly
Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I don't know who muted me. Thank you for whoever that was. So that was funny. Not really, but Robert, did you answer? You usually start with landing pages, right? If you want to do a thumbs up, that's good too.
Yeah, so I start with landing pages because it's driving everything.
Awesome, cool. And I know a lot of you maybe know that, but for those that are maybe watching this for the first time, that's the first important step. Then we have had people, especially if they train with Robert right away, they start getting leads and they're like, oh my gosh, what do I do with that? Just remember, be patient, breathe. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's going to take you 60 to 90 days to get email campaigns going, to really get used to the 3-click marketing component. Posting every day will keep bringing in the leads, but you also want to make sure that you don't just throw out an email campaign for the sake of throwing out an email campaign. My first 60 days, I didn't do an email campaign except for my podcast, because that was the item of value that I wanted to share and drip on people. Plus, to be honest with you, I had a lot going on. So life was crazy. So we always want to remind you to think, one day at a time, 60 to 90 day goals. So when someone starts, you want to think about 60 to 90 day goals. And email campaigns, even though we train on it every week, really, that could happen after day 30, even after day 60, unless, of course, the done for you campaigns, which we're going to talk about after I go over everything with David and helping him be in the hot seat today. So before I get there, I do want to mention, and I'm going to put this in the chat. I know David already signed up. Congratulations, David, for my list build for Lois version 2.0. So just a reminder, if you haven't ever done that, please consider strongly signing up, sharing it with your prospects. I do have an affiliate program attached to that, so it's possible if you refer that out, you can get paid. And oh, by the way, I am going to market Now Site through it. And so you have someone that attends that, they want to sign up for Now Site, guess what? I do a lot of the work for you. They're going to come and get your affiliate link. You're going to have a new customer. And if you haven't already gotten your 3 for free or $100 bonus check, then that could be a nice way to do it. It starts next week, Wednesday. And for those of you that took the $7 course in early September, you can actually audit it for free. Just reach out to me and let me know if that's something that you would like to do. Don't tell me here, shoot me a message on WhatsApp or Messenger, but that'll be a great value add for you with NowSite and just your business in general. So David, are you ready to be on the hot seat? And did you figure out how to share your screen? That's a huge thing.
Yeah. I know how to share.
So go ahead, and you're logged in and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you some questions first, David, because one of the things that I share with people is the mindset behind having an email campaign is very, very critical. So what are your goals with your email campaign? I'm just going to take some notes here.
Wow. My goal. It's one thing I haven't really thought much about deeply or right now. Just to spread the word of how I can start helping people transform their lives. And because of what's happened for me, is I'm trying to convey that to other people and hopefully bring them into my networking business.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So I hope you guys that are listening are understanding this. A lot of people are like, oh, I just need to throw this email campaign together. Please tell me what to do. And we can't tell people what to do. First of all, I've hired people and spent thousands of dollars on this. So I may be a little extra sensitive to, hey, just tell me what to do. Because it really is a consultative experience. And I'm going to go over kind of some of what you do to help people, David, and we're going to focus on the health side, right? Not the wealth side today. Okay.
The only wealth I have is NowSite, so I can't focus on that.
No problem. No problem. So you're looking to sell essentially your products, right? The health products?
Get them involved with the products and then eventually get them, hopefully, to market it.
Okay, cool. Well, keep in mind, yeah, go ahead.
I do. So I really do a couple things to improve my health. One is my primary product, the company that I'm with, but I'm also affiliated with another guy that I haven't been incorporated with that's helped me, similar to the superfood, the Isogenics, similar to that, in a different capacity, that's helped me lose the weight and feel, have meal replacements and do all the kinds of stuff that this product didn't help me do.
Okay, cool. I'm going to have you pause for a second. So that's awesome stuff to know. So you might be sharing a couple different products, right? It sounds like.
That's the goal. Yes.
Okay, cool.
I haven't gotten that far into it yet. I've really just, because with Robert's help, I've just really been able to edit the landing page and just talk about the health point of it, or introduce them to me, basically.
Awesome. Yeah. We'll talk about your first 5 emails are really the most important ones, and still following the EIEIO, which I know we covered last week. I'll review that. Yeah. But in your first email, which is the educational one, we could even start sprinkling in, and hopefully you have these as keywords in your keyword section, but what would you say are the top 5 things that your health and wellness products do? Like, what is the problem that they solve? Is it, I heard you say weight loss, but what else?
Stress, sleep, anxiety, which is, anxiety, depression, and beauty, everything.
Would you say anti-aging or?
Right, yeah, anti-aging benefits. So those are the major components of what they do.
Okay, cool. And then what do you have? Do you mind clicking on your keyword section? Okay, cool. The only thing there that you didn't put in there that you said was the anti-aging component. And you could you could work with Robert on that, or we could, you know, I really wanted to focus on the email campaign component, but you really do want to support everything that you put in the email campaign. Ideally, guys, you want to also have it keywords in your website and keywords in the keywords section, because then, as you know, that pulls the social media posts, because you're not selling whatever the name of the company is. Like, I'm not even selling Lois Kofi Enterprises. I'm selling the benefit of working with Lois Kofi, right? And you are selling you, and your energy and your passion needs to come through in these emails, in your keywords, and in your website. And then of course that'll convert into your social media posts. Cool. So let's go to the email campaign. So you'll want to save and exit, right? This is your website.
I was trying to figure that out. Email campaigns.
And is it Wellness Revolution? Is that the email campaign, or the website that's attached to this email campaign? That was one important thing. And
Yes.
if you're, okay, cool.
Well, I have the newsletter. So it's transforming your life. Is what I got. And I don't know if I need to change it or what. I'm just trying to figure all that out. So.
Oh, that's great. No, I know that's why you're here on the hot seat. So number one, when you guys have your campaign, this is great. You already have that done, or started rather. Campaign name. That's where you're going to actually, hold on a second. Never mind. I'm sorry. That's perfect. If transforming your life, thinking big picture, are you going to remember that that's attached to Dave's Wellness Revolution list?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's perfect. So let's click on that first email, edit. And that's perfect, scheduled immediately. So when someone goes to the Dave Wellness Revolution email, they give their information. This is the welcome email. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to read through this really quickly. So perfect. You did talk about losing weight, anxiety. If you even want to throw in there anything about anti-aging, you don't have to. You have a lot.
Well, something that's happened, and I can't say definitively, but I think my hair's starting to grow back. Get more hair.
Okay, well, how about this? Feel and look younger. Or, you know, put more life in your years, more years in your life. You could say, go in there and click it, edit it. And I'm just giving you some ideas. You still want this, guys, to be in your own voice. This isn't Lois's email. This is yours. So underneath, hold on a second, whether you're interested. So after fingertips, hit enter. And then hit, say, bottom line. I am here to help you put more life into your years and years into your life. And you see all those things up above. I mean, you could throw in an image. You could throw in smiley faces. You want to give it some of your personality. So these are just some other ideas that you guys can play with. And again, if you're just joining us, ideally the best way to learn is to do simultaneously. So if you have the ability, and sometimes it's just not possible with your computer or if you're on your phone, but if you can log in and start looking into your email campaign.
So, oh, sorry.
Go ahead. That's fine.
I could put in an image here.
Yes. There's a variety of ways. Hold on a second. It's smaller for me. I forget. Kathy, I thought there was an image button where you could add something in here in this section, or am I wrong? He has to do it.
What he can do is he can do it like in Word and put the image in a Word document, then just copy and paste it. Because this is basically a Word document. You can add an image above it or below it, but the easiest way to do it is just to do it in a Word document, copy the entire thing and pull it in, and it will pull the pictures in and all the links.
Oh my God, write that down, guys. Kathy just dropped a golden nugget. Type this in a Word document first.
Yep.
and then paste it, because you just never know if the internet crashes or if you accidentally, you know, something happens and it doesn't save, then at least you had it all written out. So you did a great job on this.
Also, I'll say it quickly. If you have a Word document, you're doing a whole series of emails, you can just change the middle. So like Lois, on your emails, you have the links at the bottom, the emails that you normally send out. I just copy and paste everything. So you can have a header and a footer and then just change the whole middle. So I would say just always do it in a Word document, because you have more options. And this is just to correct little things when you're in there.
Awesome. And that's
Yeah.
the beautiful thing about this, guys, because I know, trust me, sometimes I got anxiety having to homeschool my kids, right? Like I had never done it before. And I still did today, but you know what? With repetition, with experience, which is the best teacher, just take that first step, write this first email, and you'll be well on your way. And the thing is too, David, I'll speak to you, but I'm speaking to everyone, including myself. You put together your first campaign, ideally 5 emails up to 10. I don't want to overwhelm you, but you want those first 5, the education, EIEIO. So the first one is the welcome email. And this is actually what I hired someone to write my welcome series. It's a welcome campaign for anybody that subscribes to my podcast or my Lois Kofi sales page and landing pages for pretty much everything that I sell right now. So just do it once and it's done, and then you can always test it. If you're not getting the results that you want, you're not getting the open rate, the clicks, you can always edit it. And don't forget, you have the 3-click marketing, so you can still email them your own content. You can email them NowSite's content. Your options are limitless. But again, if you don't do it every day, that's why it can be overwhelming and frustrating as well. So let's scroll down here, David. You can always add more images later, just for sake of time. Like even if you had, that's a huge story right there. Lose 80 pounds.
Yeah.
If you're, and I don't think you're opposed to this, but if you're not opposed to this, throw in a picture at the footer at the bottom of you with a year before and after.
I gotta find it.
Perfect.
But,
That's great.
yeah.
And then if you know, if for some reason you or someone that might be listening to this that has a weight loss product or story, you could always use someone else's but your story, facts tell, stories sell, and visuals are so powerful in emails. And in a perfect world, this is just an idea. I'm not telling you have to do this, but if you wanted to, David, at the top, do you have a logo for yourself yet or anything?
No, just me.
Okay. Because if you wanted to, I like having a logo or some kind of inspirational photo. Not that you don't look
Yeah.
inspirational there. But if you put something inspirational that even says success, go get it, or welcome, or some beautiful, healthy, I don't know, some kind of healthy picture, then put you or your,
Well,
you could do
this-
something like your before and after at the footer. Just an idea.
So this is what I have. Is this picture, this photo. I don't know. Doesn't come up, huh?
Because you could consider, even if you wanted to, the same photo for everyone. I do that a lot with my emails. My Lois Kofi Enterprises logo
Yeah.
oftentimes is the header for a lot of my emails. Now for my travel email campaign, it's different because I'm selling dreams. I'm selling hope for the future and travel and all the beautiful stuff and the beautiful people out traveling.
So yeah, just that picture, and it's something my dad painted years ago.
This is a great email. This is your welcome email. This is the initial one that says, hello, welcome. And I know you purchased my 5 email template. You will get that no later than Monday. Okay, I'm fine tuning it and tweaking it because I wanted to see who signed up for it.
Yeah. So how I got this was Robert was kind enough to help me. Is as I went to the doTERRA Done For You campaign, downloaded those email templates and
Awesome.
copied and tweaked it a little bit. But it gets the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth, all the other emails are a bit overwhelming for me to try and figure out how to change it. So I went to yours and said, okay, maybe you can help me better.
Of course, for sure. Because I'm following the EIEIO concept. You want to educate and welcome them. The second email you want to inspire. So do you want to change anything else in this one before we go to your second one? Because you did a great job. I would just add the before and after picture.
Yeah, just the pictures. That's all I would. And this is the thing that I also learned is when I was trying to build my own website years ago, was put the link to my calendar and have it again here.
Yep.
Have it in multiple places so that it's like, okay, book the, So that's just something that I was taught.
Actually, stay in there 1 more minute. Actually click back on the edit box or edit the verbiage, edit text block. What you can also do is scroll down. So right where it says, in the following days, you'll be receiving a series of emails with more information on why. I would actually change that.
Oh, I see.
Go ahead and in the following days, you'll be receiving a series of emails with more information, and then put a colon. You could say after information and then hit enter. Because you want to be able to tell them that they're going to get a lot of free stuff before you're asking for a call. Because remember, the EIEIO concept is educate, inspire, entertain, or have some kind of engagement where they reply or respond. And then you invite them to a call, and on the call is when you can make the offer, or the 5th email is where you do the offer. There's like I said, you got to test and see what makes sense.
Okay.
But in the following days, you'll be receiving a series of information with more information, and actually put information on the following.
Down here, or get rid of
Yeah,
this?
right there. Yeah. Before the colon, information on the following. No, you already have information. With more information on the following. So you put information twice. So just delete the second information. Sorry, I could have done a better job on the following, and then hit enter or go to the next line.
Mhm.
You're educating them. Remember, this is the welcome education email.
Oh, I can't.
You could either do a bullet list here. You could do a numeric list here. Trying to see where isn't there a bullet or a numeric list?
That's why it's better to just do it in the word processor that you're used to, so you don't have to do it here, and then just tweak it all in the other one and just pull it in. It's kind of like what we used to have a couple years ago. It's not complete.
So now tell me if I need to change this or not. Let me see. I had it here. Set up.
I just want to make sure. I'll do another 12 minutes with you, David, and then we got to get to the Done For You campaigns. So do a bulleted list of like, what are you going to share with them? You're going to share with them inspiration. You're going to share with them, articles, or I'm just throwing out ideas. Are you going to share with them best practices for health, or best health tips, or nutrition tips, and you'll want to think more about that. You don't have to do it all here on the spot, but tell them what you're going to do. And then these next emails are going to show them that your integrity is there. You follow your word, you're committed to excellence, you're committed to really giving them value. Because like Robert has said in the demos, you know, a lot of people say, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. Here, this is saying I'm giving value, giving value, giving value in 3 consecutive emails before you hit them up with the free call. That's my advice to you.
Okay.
Not saying that you can't say what you said here. Say if you ever want to book a call with me, I'm here. I think that's okay. I would test it and see what kind of results you get over the next 6 months with that, and you may or may not keep it in. And then hit enter. I meant for it to be bullet points or numbers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just putting this in there for me to figure out what to write.
Okay, cool. No problem.
So then,
Awesome.
then I can go back to that and it's like, okay.
Cool. Wonderful.
Then I'll just say, okay, save that.
And then hit save and exit. And then we'll go to your second email. And I know you had this question, and I share this with everyone, you know, when you talked about what is the best sequence of dates and time to send the emails. That's also, I would consider it a test. I would definitely do every other day. I have one client who's going 7 emails in 7 days.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, some of you might be like, oh my God, that seems like overkill, but I've been studying email marketing for the last 6 months. And my mentors, they email you in the first day 5 times because they're indoctrinating you to make sure that you start opening your emails. Now you might think, well, why would they stick with it? They could unsubscribe. That there's all these extremes. You have to find what you feel best with, but I would recommend at least every other day.
Yeah. Yeah. If I get it 5 in a day, I'm like, delete, 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 delete. Maybe open 1.
So this is, oh, and I forgot to do this in the last one. I apologize. So you see there it says email name and it says transform your health. Kathy helped me and I've got feedback from customers. That's why it's always great to get people that you already know, like, and trust in your email list and ask for their feedback. Write that down. Get people that you know, like, and trust. Have them subscribe on your landing page and test it and make sure it works. Like David, I even had you do that with my iBoomerang page.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. So now I'm like, okay, I got to go back to the drawing board. But put people in that'll give you honest feedback as well. And now just remember, knowing your audience, if they already hate email, I wouldn't take their advice. But if it's someone who's a business person, they can at least tell you about the content. And if they thought it was good or if they have any other advice.
Yeah.
So instead of transform your health in the email name, you want to put David, or I would say put your first name, last name, but I have seen some people will put their nickname. If you had a certain moniker like me, Coach Lois is kind of something that I'm known for. As long as it has your name David in there, that's perfect. Subject line, no. Subject line, you could keep that the same. I was just talking about the email name. That's what people see when it pops into their inbox. So then if they see your name, like, oh, it's Dave. Of course I'm going to open it.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is great. Your second email, I saw that it was 2 days later. I think that's fantastic. So you guys see the send schedule, 2 days on the left-hand side there. That's perfect. And you, I think you know this from last week. The second email should be something inspirational. And it looks like you did that. And so again, you did go right for the appointment. I would caution against that and change that if you're open to feedback, if you're open to that.
Of course, I'm always open to learning.
Yeah, people love stories, and you already have the stories. I forget, was that 2 different people?
No, this is one person.
Awesome. Do you have their story anywhere in writing?
I can find it.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. You could say, thanks again. Instead of saying thank you again for your interest in working with me, just say thank you again for being a part of my tribe, my community. People are looking for leaders. They want to belong. So when you say, hey, you're part of my tribe, you're part of my community, that means something to them. And if not, they can unsubscribe, and that's okay too. And then you could say something like, Hirohana. I love it. Then you could say, today I want to tell you a story about Fred. I'll just make up a name. 12 months ago, Fred was depressed, couldn't sleep. Whatever his story is, you need to put that in here. And if you even have like a video of him telling the story, even better, throw that in here. But you already did a good job. You got his pictures, and then you want to tell the story.
Sorry. Right. A little dyslexic there.
So again, yeah, inspiration, inspirational story, inspirational message.
Get rid
I'm
of
trying
this.
to, yeah, save that. You could cut and paste that somewhere, because by the 4th email, that's when you invite. The second I is invite them to take a look at your product overview, take a look at a sample, have that discovery call with you, whatever you call it.
I have to go here. Get a new one.
And this is just an aside note, because hopefully the rest of you guys that are listening are thinking, how could I do this with my email list?
Uh-oh.
You could always close like with a PS. You could do a PS, say, hey, oh, by the way, who do you know that would like to have a story like Fred? I would love to talk to them. You're starting to subliminally, not saying, do you want to have a story like Fred, but saying, oh, by the way, who do you know that would like to have a story like Fred? Because I'd really love to help them. Or her, or whatever.
Dang it. That is not what I meant to do. Stupid.
All right, I'm just making sure everyone's on mute.
Okay. And then save it.
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome. Let's go to
Get rid
the,
of this.
you could leave that. It's not huge. It's still subliminal. Maybe say schedule with me instead of book now, because booking sounds like, oh, I'm spending money maybe. I don't know. Just say schedule a call.
Everything's Zoom, so it's Zoom meeting or video.
No, this is perfect. Schedule a meeting. I think that's perfect. Unless Robert, I'll defer to anybody else that has any advice on that. I think schedule a meeting is fine. I think people understand that it's probably on Zoom nowadays, but any other thoughts, Robert? No.
Some people just, they're not into Zoom yet. They're just starting, so maybe a call is better. But, I even put in there that if, I'll confirm with you with a Zoom link.
Well, and
Well,
you could say learn more, and it's a link to your website or your products.
okay.
And that I would even test. Again, it's all about testing.
So
all about
get rid of
testing.
calendar and add to my website instead.
If that's an idea, that's just an idea. You, like I said, test it, go with your gut, see what happens. And you could actually do both, right? You could add another section and say, yep, you could do that. Yep, schedule a meeting, perfect. Learn more, and then put your website in there. People like options. Sometimes they'll play. I wouldn't give them too many. And for those that are listening, I'd love to know if you're learning something. Just type in the chat what you're learning through this process and give David some support. Give him a shout out for being such a humble guy, putting himself in the hot seat like this.
Oh, yeah. This is what,
Does anybody else have any questions or thoughts? Anybody paying attention?
so yeah. Um, so, okay.
Awesome. Sweet. Then hit save and exit. So now this will be perfect because nobody's, well, not nobody, a few of you maybe haven't seen this happen before. So add new email. Now you're going to add your third email. Email name, go ahead and put your name up there. And this is the engagement. Now this is where if you wanted to, you can get really creative or not. You could have them take a health survey and put in a jot form or type form questionnaire, Google Doc, whatever. If you don't know how to do that, don't stress about it, just an idea. It can also be entertaining. It can be engaging or entertaining. So if you want them to be engaged, you know, ask them what are their goals or give them a survey. The other side of that is maybe you could have a funny video of something that relates to health, something entertaining to make them laugh, something that also shares your spirit and who you are. And that could be, I don't want to overcomplicate things too, but what do you think, David, could you send to them? And you wouldn't have the subject line always be transform your health.
Okay.
You'd want to change it for every email.
I see.
But is there anything, when you think of entertaining or in getting engagement?
I don't know. Engagement. I don't know anything right now. I'd have to meditate on that and let something come.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. Yep, that's perfect. So ultimately, let's see, what time is it? We got, oops, okay, last minute, just to kind of bring it home. Your goal is to find some kind of engagement component here. You always have Robert. I know you bought my email campaign that I'm going to be sending to you, so you get some examples and ideas. But ultimately, don't overthink it, guys. This is for everybody here. As it says, Nike says, just do it. I'm more of a JFDI person, just freaking do it. Because until you get it out there, you can't have the data and the feedback. And what I mean by that is the click and the open rate, then you're able to know, thanks David for keep going while I'm talking, then you're able to know even if your subject lines are interesting. And yeah, you can pick your own image, and there's even health and wellness images there as well.
I don't want to take up too much time trying to do this.
Okay, awesome. Everybody give him a round of applause. Yay, thanks. Congratulations, David. Awesome. So as you can see, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's why I know Jeanette Horn, she had great success hiring someone through Fiverr. I actually asked her to be on this call today. She couldn't. I'm gonna have her make a video on how easy it was for her to hire someone from Fiverr to write her email campaign for her. And all she had to do was tweak it and make it her own. And she's also the one who did a social media post and got a recruit for her company. So she's been doing pretty good. Awesome. So if there's anybody out there next week that wants to be on the hot seat like David was today, please reach out to me outside of this call. So the moment I think quite a few of you have been waiting for, because I made the last minute announcement that they have the Done For You campaigns out for Young Living Essential Oils, of course, doTERRA. Hopefully you guys saw the recording yesterday. Working on a monthly doTERRA call with one of my doTERRA customers. She's super fired up. She's an affiliate. So stay tuned for that. And here, so again, please log in. If anybody asks me how to do this later and I was in arm's reach, I might slap you. But please go ahead and log in, and where it says Now Site, you can see I've already added a bunch of companies, okay? But I want to take you through, do you guys want me to do Young Living? I'll take requests. Young Living, okay. So Young Living, I already added, but how do you do that, right? So scroll down, or you maybe don't even have to scroll, but you see how I've added Young Living, I've added iBoomerang, I've added Isagenix. You have to add this first before you can get access to the Done For You campaign. You don't add this, you don't get access to Done For You campaign. So that's why I'm asking you, please do this with me. So I add a Young Living. So then once you add it, hold on, I can't see the chat. I really wish if anybody could help me. I'm not reading what's going on in the chat. Is this something I'm supposed to answer? If you want to come off mute and ask me questions, probably better. So you add.
Question's a good one. What if you don't have the affiliate link for the sites? Can you?
Guess what? You don't need it.
Okay.
Trust me, I don't work for all these companies and I've added all of them. So you do not need to be a customer, or sorry, an affiliate or a customer for any of these to add. So you just add it. And Kathy saw me do this earlier, because that's how I found out about it. We were having a meeting before this and I just added it and immediately it got added. If it doesn't, there's a glitch and you'll want to email support. So then I clicked on Young Living, and you see how up here in the URL, it's switched to Young Living. And that's important. So then I go to Teams. So again, I'll give you a second to follow along with me. Go to Teams. And guess what? I already did this, so I'm going to show you, even though I already did it. Click Join a Team, because you notice I had no teams here under the Young Living account. Then hit Join a Team. Type in Young Living. And oh, by the way, I did this for iBoomerang. I did this for Legal Shield. All the exact same thing. You can see I'm already a member, but all of these Done For You campaigns say Done For You. In fact, you shouldn't see any other options coming up, but if you do, just remember Done For You. This is the campaign that you want to have access to, that your $19 a month customers will also have access to. So it was instantaneous. I joined and within seconds, so this should be the same thing that happens for you. Then I click on that, so you see Young Living on the left, Young Living there under Teams joined. That's the only way. Oh, Alice just joined, Leanne just joined, Rosario, see, isn't that cool? It's instant. So then you click on content, which again, we have some new people here, so I don't want to assume anything. And it still does that thing. I don't know why it does that thing, but then you have to click on Young Living again. And voila. So everyone here, everyone, you want to do what I'm about to do on your own time if you can, just to experience it. And if you wanted to, that helps you if you as an affiliate bring on Young Living people, then you can show them, hey, this is what the Young Living sales funnel looks like. So it's great for you recruiting your customers and recruiting other affiliates. Because remember, and Robert reminded me of this yesterday, so I don't want to forget this, it's $19 a month. Cancel at any time, no contract. They get up to 10,000 emails a month. They get, I don't know, they said unlimited landing pages, but I've heard it both ways, that it's only 10 and then I've heard unlimited. So I'm not exactly sure. If anybody knows for sure, let me know. But they can't sell Now Site. They can only be a customer. So in case of Macho here, he's an iBoomerang, he's an Isagenix. He wanted the $87 package regardless, because then he would have had to choose between iBoomerang or Isagenix. I suppose he probably could have signed up for both, $19 a month, I don't know. But it's much, much better to have the $87 package because you have much more offerings and much more opportunities. So anyway, so this is the sales funnel. That's for the products, okay? Then you have the opportunity funnel. What do you guys, I'll do one. Which of the ones do you guys want me to do? Who wants opportunity or sales? Does anyone have a preference?
Yeah, sales.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you notice here, there's page 1 and page 2. Write this down. You have to do both. They're connected. Page 2 is going to be a URL that's connected to page 1. So when you go into this, you click on that, add to my websites. And I know we have, yeah, go ahead.
Since you're not an affiliate for Young Living that I'm aware of, why would you download this one at all?
Again, to show,
Okay.
to be able to show them. Because remember, maybe you don't remember this, so I'll tell you. In the Now site marketing team content page, they don't have this. All they have is a video. They don't have all of the funnels.
Right. Okay.
So
Yeah,
yesterday when I did a presentation with doTERRA people, I already had my funnels set. I taught them how to do their funnels. We had a guest on there. She's really excited. I'm sure she's signing up. Robert's supposed to meet with her. So it's that easy. If you can say, oh, hey, by the way, here, take a look at this.
Okay. And if you are an affiliate or you are an ambassador, then you can even do a little bit more with these.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we told the doTERRA folks yesterday. Like, these are very plain and boring. I was trying to say bland and plain this time. They're very generic. So if you're an affiliate and you're selling the products, you know, have pictures of whatever, your family, have pictures of you and a healthy meal or whatever your thing is. If you've ever done in-person gatherings, you know, people like to see pictures and stuff like that. Granted, a lot of squeeze pages or landing pages or bump pages are really, really plain. But I think if you are an affiliate, you should personalize it some more. So anyway, in sake of time, because I am not going to go over, you have to pick the industry category. I'm just going to put, you know, they don't have oils on here. I'm a fan of mental health, so I'll put mental health. Pick whatever makes sense for you. You have to do the website settings. So this is what I told them yesterday. So I would say Young Living with Lois. If you have a brand name, like for example, David was Wellness Evolution, you could do something like Wellness Evolution Oils, or, you know, like you, Leanne, you know, you have Joyminder Oils or whatever you'd want to do. Okay. And Robert said it doesn't really matter to change these titles. I don't know enough about it, but you don't have to, I suppose. We got the industry. The keywords are important too, just for sake of time. I'm just going to go essential oils for mental health.
So we download these just so that we can show other potential people the website.
Yeah. And if we don't run out of time, I'll show you what I said to Leanne, because I know I'm a visual learner. You tell me something and I'm not going to catch it until I see it or do it.
Well, it's recorded, so I can go back and.
That's true. Thank you. Yeah. And then of course, don't forget to edit. You can add your logo. For sake of time, I'm not going to do that right now. But then you go on here if you really wanted to. I don't think you can edit that. You could. It says change image. I'm not going to do that right now, but you could change the image. Then tell me the secret. This is what I wanted to make sure that you saw. This is what you need to change right over here on the left-hand bottom side. Right now, I'm going to delete this because as of now, that's the other site, the second site URL, and I don't want that there because I want it to be my URL, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and open up a second page. I'm going to leave that URL, keep it open. I don't know why it always makes me log back in. It doesn't make any sense. All right, I'm still here. All right. So now I'm going to go back. This is actually probably good for you guys to see. This visual repetition is so helpful. So now I'm going to go back, all the way back to that second funnel page. Okay. Here's page 2. So this is the new URL that I'm going to replace in the place of that one that I just deleted. So same story. I'm going to go through it. Industry, health and wellness, or if you wanted to, I'll just do this so you can see it. Income opportunity, even though this is not the opportunity funnel, but just so you know, you have those options. Website settings, I could do Young Living 2, or I could do Young Living products. I don't know if, I'll just put a 2 in there. It's not possible to accidentally have the same URL as someone else, is it, Robert? It's gonna
No.
tell me it's already taken, right?
Possible. Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to throw that out there because it might have been a question.
And actually, you really probably should fill in the title and the description. And you do this because when you do a search in SEO and you come up in the organic list, that's the information that's going to come. So if someone's searching and just sees that, they might not be inspired to click your link. So you want to get some keyword, you want to get a keyword in there, but you don't want to stuff it with keywords. Pretty much just want to be and kind of talk a little bit about the page, make them inspired to click that link.
Awesome. Thank you, Richard. Richard's an expert on this stuff. So, so yeah, and Robert and I talked about this yesterday. I didn't do this on the last page, but put the name of the company. I put income opportunity, how to make residual income. You'll find the right keywords for you. I'm just giving you some additional examples since I chose income opportunity and I chose MLM. There you go. All right, business name. You can do whatever you want. I'm just going to put Lois Kofi. Enterprises. I did the keywords. You can do social media. You can do all of that. Then I'm going to hit the edit. So now you can see, again, if I really wanted to, I would take more time, guys, and make this better. And then, since I know Leanne, you have an affiliate link. This is where you would put your Young Living website. See here it says youngliving.com. You don't want that. And so you would tell any of their Young Living customers or affiliates that they would need to put their link in there. And then of course, obviously you can personalize this because remember, every single Young Living person is going to get the exact same website. So you do want to play with it. You do want to make it your own. And then in the meantime, save and exit. So I did all I needed to do in order to hit the save and exit button. So now I'll go back.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
If we're not part of a particular company, but we have friends that are, should we put their affiliate link in there?
You could. I guess that's up to you. You can only do it with one person, so maybe it would be your bestie, your bestest friend. So now I copied, did you notice? I copied, that is the page I just saved. You see I've got my doTERRA ones going. Then go back to the original one. And again, that's why we're recording this, so you can watch it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and hit OK for sake of time, because I want to show you what I was talking about earlier. Save and exit. So now I have the first sales funnel, done for you campaign. They're right there. Okay. And so let me show you So let's say I didn't do what I just showed you. I go back to Now Site, then I go back to Teams. Same thing for UI Boomerang, folks. There's a ton of stuff for iBoomerang, a ton. Go to Teams. Now Site Marketing. Again, if you're brand new, make sure you've already joined my team, which is the Kofi team, and the Now Site Marketing team. Go to Content. Again, I have to do the thing because it always does that thing. And then you scroll and you scroll and you scroll and you scroll. That's all the now. That's so to your point, I think David, you're talking about this. Here's like the Now Site Marketing done for you. Here's Epic, doTERRA. I know that they will add Young Living. They will add iBoomerang to this, but right now that's not there. This is just us as affiliates marketing. Hey, Epic people, $19, sign up, become a customer. Hey, doTERRA people, $19. So go ahead and save all of these also, but that's not the done for you campaign for the customer. Now Site Opportunity Funnel, you guys probably, Now Site Opportunity Email Series, I use that. Logos. And now down here, there's different marketing videos. They've been adding SMS coming soon video, how to access done for you campaigns video. And then right here, when I shared the iBoomerang and the Young Living Essential Oils video, that's the videos that Cheryl created that talked about the done for you campaigns. But other than that, the done for you campaigns are not inside of this. Alrighty.
Yeah, I have a quick question about the iBoomerang one.
Okay.
So you're putting a link to your iBoomerang website?
I haven't duplicated it yet. That one just literally came out today. So that's why I asked if you want to do iBoomerang or Young Living. I hadn't done either one of them yet because they both came out today.
Okay. Yep.
So
All
if you, maybe we'll do that next week. I was hoping we'd get more iBoomerang people on today, but you know, we'll do that next time. And you guys, you got to learn to do this stuff on your own. So go play with it, find out, let us know if you want. Otherwise, we can do it next week.
Different because
I just wanted to let people know that I was playing with it just now, and Mary Kay's there, so they're going to add it in a couple days. So if you know any Mary Kay people, that would be a good one.
Holy shnikes. Do we know any Mary Kay people?
It actually is in there. You can add it to the list, but the done for you isn't there yet.
Right.
Okay.
That's awesome. Holy Toledo.
Yeah, it's great.
That's a no-brainer. Wow.
Yep.
There's like a bazillion Mary Kay ladies.
Yep, me.
Ah.
You can actually go after anybody in any company with Now Site.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why I'm doing this list build for Lois class. Hello. Invite all of your speakers, authors, coaches, network marketers of any kind, because they're not taught how to build a list. They're not taught to use these systems. The millionaires figure it out, but that's why only 3% of them make six figures, because they don't teach this stuff to the masses.
A few years ago, I was following Tanya Eliza, and she has a program on how to build a website the way she has it. And the problem is, again, you need 2 or 3 screens to watch what she does. Well, for me, I needed to watch what she does and do it. But then it also cost me a lot of money to get nowhere. And here it is all in one, and not buying this and then adding this and then figuring out. Because if you're not following somebody, then you gotta figure out which works with what landing page, which hosting company, like Constant Contact or MailChimp or whatever, trying to figure out which one works with what hosting company.
Yeah, most of these systems are a nightmare. Someone was trying to sell me again on Groove Pages funnels. That's the newest thing, just so you know. And it's a nightmare. I looked at it. It's a nightmare. Like, no, I would not do that because I've already experienced Confusionsoft. It's a nightmare. So anywho, I know it is that time. So thanks, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording and upload it as fast as possible.